everybody understand now about technology? And do you understand it can be engineered?
Plus, Realtor.com is only listed properties.
So Realtor.com is only listed properties where CompWiz is picking up other sales. So it's going to pick up person-to-person sales that never were listed. It's going to pick up things throughout the public records, person-to-person transfers, that the realtors don't know anything about. Got that?
Well,
so that can affect lower prices, but my own, now this is my personal opinion, I don't have anything to prove this or back it up, except your research. But it's just a thought that maybe they may not want to show you the lower stuff. So if you get my point, that at least if you have two sources and even a third one, you can now get a crossbreed of what's really available out there.
well, because our,
Okay.
The realtor does-
Okay, wait a minute.
Sorry. The properties that are sold not on the MLS don't show on the MLS. So you got to look somewhere to find those properties for your comparables.
That's right. That's CompWiz.
Yeah.
You got it. Good point.
okay, what we, because we run into that, we felt that because of the CompWiz prices were so close to what we started out with, we felt that's probably where it should
Okay.
purchase from, but we used the ones from the MLS.
So what are you going to sell that house for?
We decided the cash price would be about $50,000. Because the other one we had was 50,250 listed
So
by MLS.
We're going to sell it for cash for $50,000. Wait a minute. They're asking $50 now. After we buy it, we're going to sell it for $50.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, you'll
And then
understand in a minute.
House Monster.
House Monster, what we did, we went ahead and looked at that and said we could probably go 20% over price if we're carrying the financing.
All right.
So
So-
$60,000.
$60,000. All right. And your repairs?
And our repairs on that particular house came out to $17,370.
Okay.
Did you want to
I'm
know
not going
what?
to argue with you on that.
Uh-huh.
I agree.
And then rent.
What's your profit
Oh,
at the 17? Did you want a 10,000, 20,000, 30,000? What was your?
oh, we didn't specify that, but it was.
Not the
It come
rehab
out to
profit.
about 13,000.
Not the rehab profit, the straight profit, as if there was nothing to do.
Yeah,
So 13,000. All right.
I think that's the number you're looking for.
Okay. All right. Rent?
Rent, we said 1,100 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Is that too high?
Yep. You're not gonna get that. You're not gonna get it.
It's a 1-car garage also.
Yeah. Yep. Not there. Not there. The market's not gonna support a lot.
Okay, well, we couldn't find a rent amount.
1,100. No.
Well,
Just trying to help.
you're getting 1,100 for a 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath.
It's only 1,000 square feet more. I mean, no. 800 square feet more.
900, 950.
950.
Okay.
Fixed up.
Okay. All right. 950. 950. All right. So what is our offer?
So how much do they have to pay you to get the house?
Okay. Well, we decided
That has been offered out of this class before.
we'd offer about 20,000 for it.
$20,000. All right. So now I do want you to know that that's a reality. That house. Remember that house way down the hill, the one that was kind of slid off the foundation. So we offered the bank to pay us $5,000 to take the house. That was the offer that came out of this class. That house sold for $2,000. So we didn't win the bid, but ultimately, we were not far off. Ultimately, that house did sell for $2,000, and their asking price was like $60,000 or something. It was on up there. So you'd think that nobody would ever accept. They're asking $60,000. They're not going to accept, pay you $5,000 for something. Well, you don't know what you don't know. So you're going to make the offer and see if it flies. And that's the reason that Deb is here. She's going to see to it that these offers are made. If we don't get them, it's at least a wake-up call to whomever is selling it, that maybe we may have this mispriced, and we need to go back and look at the numbers. Does this happen? Only all the time. So when they see the trends, just like I was saying about with Janice, showing the property 10 times and not being able to get it moved, something is wrong. So we review our numbers all the time. We don't just keep throwing spaghetti against the wall. We say, there's something not working here. Either that we need to go into that house and do something because there's something turning off people. We do ask when people don't take the property, exit interview, to find out what their thoughts are. What did you like? What did you not like? Where do we stand with this property? And are you interested in it? And if we were to do something else, would you be interested in it? So always keep that in mind, that your person who didn't take it is actually your best resource.
Isn't that offer way too high for a $50,000 price? Because if you look at $17,000 in remodel and you put a double figure on that, that's 34. That'll get you down to 16 by itself with no additional profit. I mean, so isn't 20 way too high? Or do at some point you say, look, I got to be reasonable here and say, how low can I make a realistic offer? How do you manage, especially a low price with a high remodel figure? Doesn't that skew your offers down to?
Yes, it does.
Nothing.
So you guys goosed it up, didn't you?
Yeah.
From the reality.
Yeah.
You goosed it from the reality.
We thought that was really low.
So, oh my God, I can't make that offer. I'll make this offer. Now, do you understand when you do that, you're bidding against yourself? Why would you do that? Why would you bid against yourself? When I've already been told the numbers and you can see the truth. First of all, you got to understand you're about to take on an $18,000 rehab. That's not small change. And that's not going to take a minute or two to get done. So now you've taken yourself out of the marketplace, essentially. To manage this rehab, you've got to get paid for. So you're absolutely right. The numbers don't work.
Because that's only $13,000 gross between just the purchase price and the cost of the rehab. I mean, what if they run into something, another $5 or $6 grand they didn't figure?
What if the contract comes back and they want you to pay all the closing costs? Which they usually do on REOs. Sometimes they'll pay title insurance, sometimes they'll pay bits and pieces, but pretty much you're going to pay the closing costs. It's not that much, but still, you got to factor it in.
So there's not much.
So what was the real number, Bill?
What, as far as the
Well, with the 17,000,
Which then becomes
370, if you doubled that, you'd be down, around 16.
Okay. So is that the real number?
no profit?
Well, that's a zero profit.
No, that's doubling the.
Oh, he already had,
Doubling the repair
doubling
costs.
the repair. All right, we're at 34, 35.
So, but we only were going to go ahead and pay 35. The others were selling for 35. So
Your fixed up number was 50. Your fixed up number was 50.
Yeah, but that would mean they'd have to give us the house.
That happens.
I guess if we got double the repair costs, that's they'd have
We're
to.
not gonna get that
We'd
house
be
for free.
zero. Yeah,
What
right.
what is hurting us on this house? That's right. It's the bottom line is the bottom line. The bottom line is you can't ask more than the market is going to give, regardless of what you do with it. So, unfortunate for the bank, but remember there was something special about this one. What was special about this one? Oh. Is that not the one? Yeah. Oh,
No, I don't think.
All good. Okay, never mind. All right, this one is, then you're correct. So you said 16 is the...
Well, yeah. Well, that would be the purchase price. We went, and when we looked at the value on the Wiz, it was only 35 to 37. So probably $3,000 would be a better price to offer.
Well, I can promise you, you're not going to get it for $3,000. Okay. So now here's what we're going to do. We're going to do one more class exercise here, come up with this one, and then I'm going to give you my opinion. Okay. So the next one is Allgood, right? Is that Alfred? Alfred. The Alfred house. Yes. What are they asking for that one? $90,000. And we saw the CompWiz report, and what did that tell us? Because I didn't zero in on the exact numbers on it. So what did that tell us? It told us that it is in the Huntington Crossing subdivision. We found a couple of comps in Huntington Crossing, and we are looking at one just a third of a mile away that sold for $69,300 very recently. Not the same subdivision, but about the same size. And let's see.
There should be two packets.
Okay, this one is 3-bedroom. It says 3 baths, but we know better. And 1,358 square feet. That's what I wanted to know. Okay, so I've got to hunt through here and find some properties that are actually equivalent to that square footage, 1,313 square feet. So what I'm finding is that we're in the range of, most of these are bigger, actually a lot bigger. Just about every sale is very significantly larger. So what we have to do is look at the relationship between that house and the square footage, dollars per square foot that it's selling for. So there's really not a true comparable in terms of square footage, and that is not good. We've got a 4.3 and 1996. So, one of the things I do in a very quick and dirty way is I'll just compare all the square footages, the dollars per square foot that's going in the area. So what I'm finding is, by doing that, is that we're going to be roughly $30 a square foot. So when you do $30 a square foot times 13, what was it? 1358. What's that? $40? 1358 times 30. 40,000. The numbers don't lie. Now, if we are in an area that, like is Buckhead in Atlanta, where it's high-end, I don't care what you are or who you are, and so the dollars per square foot are over $100 a square foot, or much higher. And it doesn't really matter that your unit is half the size of the other ones. It boils down to dollars per square foot on the high end arena.